though? Is everything? You sure? Like, really check because we're rusty. So I really, really need you to be sure.
It looks like it.
We can't do an hour.
I'm pretty sure.
And then not have it. It's this thing.
Yeah, that's for sure. Cause
The mic is good.
yes, for sure.
As always, Martin Luther King with a basketball. Ron Howard playing hockey. The fucking boxer from Ready to Rumble on the Sox team.
Boxer from Ready to Rumble?
Afro Thunder.
Okay.
Remember Ready to Rumble?
The video game?
Yeah, like for PlayStation. Afro Thunder on the Sox team.
And we're back!
We're back, everybody.
Back from our summer hiatus. Basically just not being able to figure out when we could record.
What happened was I made that hand job in the Boneman joke. And we got banned for a month, alright? I'm gonna let you in on the real scoop. We got banned. 1 month's ban. Thanks, YouTube. Censorship all over the airwaves.
But we're back.
They couldn't handle my skewed perspective on keto.
Hodgie.
Boner man.
Should we change it? I'll change all the merch we got on TeePublic to Hodgie and the Boner Man.
Hand job and the Boner Man. You don't get rid.
Well, you know what? That's what we'll do. I'll make a special shirt that's called Hand Job and the Boner Man.
That would sell.
Yeah,
all that
sure.
other stuff's not gonna sell. All right.
That's probably
just
true.
burn it. Wait, buy some so we can get a physical copy. Cause
yes, if you're watching this, I want you to go on TeePublic, buy all the Hodgie and the Boner Man stuff,
please,
and send it to us so we can burn it live.
Yes, we will burn it on the air with fire. My guarantee. Be specific.
Yes.
I didn't know, regular fire, not dragon's breath. Nothing mythical.
Right.
Just regular, terrifying, unrelenting flame.
Man's red flower.
Ooh. Is that a thing? Where's that
from? It's from Jungle Book.
Oh shit.
Because that's what
they call it.
That's what they called it, and that's what the animals wanted. Like,
I told you we were fucking missing something. They wanted man's red flower, and they meant fire and not a vagina.
Exactly.
Or wait a second, Disney. See, I knew we should have practiced beforehand. Shit! So embarrassing. We'll edit this. Edited.
And it's edited.
Edited.
So we went to the Renaissance Fair.
Has it been that long? No way. Are you serious?
It's been a couple weeks.
We have not done one since the Renaissance Fair?
We haven't done something since before Amelia's birthday.
The first time?
What do you mean the first time?
When she was born?
No.
Oh, after?
Her first birthday.
Gotcha.
Because we were gonna... I didn't know if we were gonna do one that day. I thought maybe we could do it before we left to go there. But it was too busy. And then you didn't even know what day it was.
I knew it was Sunday. That's why I was texting you. And I had woken up at like noon. I fucking text this guy at noon 30. I'm like, hey, what's your day looking like?
And I'm like, we're at Amelia's birthday party already. It's like, oh, shit.
We're at my daughter's birthday party.
I didn't care.
I know you did. I know you didn't, but it's funnier if you do,
that's true. And like your whole family was there, and like wondering where you were.
All
Two of them.
all 2.5 people.
Yeah, I guess Dave.
You don't count as a whole yet, Dave. Put a ring on it already.
Gotta make it official.
Put a fucking ring on it.
But yeah, and I thought maybe if you had gotten there like within more than the last 20 minutes of the party, we could maybe do a live stream or something like that.
I was out playing football and back when you left, man.
That's true.
We could have shown them throwing pigskin quarter mile.
And then the next weekend.
Wait, so was Renaissance Fair then birthday or was it birthday?
It was birthday. Then just a plain weekend, I think, that we just missed. And then.
Yeah, don't worry.
Renaissance
We've still been having fun. Just because we haven't been letting you guys in on it.
And then we went to the Renaissance Fair. I thought we could live stream while we were driving there, but then I totally forgot to set everything up before we left.
This guy just wanted to go to the Cracker Barrel.
That's true. I did want to just go to Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, let's talk about it, people.
Not very keto friendly.
Oh no, biscuits, dumplings. Pretty much they're two.
There are two food groups. They have three food groups: biscuits, dumplings, and gravy. So
and
it's
chicken
not
fried.
anything
like,
fried.
I'll have the broccoli and
chicken fried broccoli.
And they're like, okay, would you like that broccoli chicken fried, biscuit, or dumpling? You're like, what? No, just broccoli, right. But how do you want it, though?
It's delicious anyway.
Under dumplings.
It's delicious.
On top of biscuits.
Or deep fried.
Deep fried.
Chicken fried.
Oreos.
And then, yeah, we went to the... You didn't go, but we went to the Wisconsin State Fair. And I had deep fried Oreos.
He says we, meaning his wife and child and father.
Yeah.
He's not talking because there's only...
Because me and everybody in my head went and had a cream puff.
Ooh. So wait, a cream puff, that's like a donut.
No, cream puff is the bread part of it is more like an eclair.
Well, I'm trying to... I feel like an eclair is... What is it, just softer? It's more... I mean, there's more like custard in an eclair. Well, that's all I think of. But
the bread is like... I mean, it's a different process than a donut. Like, a donut is like you just make dough and then you fry it. But, like, the dough for an eclair or something is like you heat up a bunch of stuff in a pot and, like, the flour and water and sugar, and you make a paste and then you add eggs to it. And then you, like, pipe it out and bake it. So it's not fried, it's baked. But it gets that crispy texture, and it's like airy in the middle.
No shit.
And then they slice it in half, and they fill it with like 3 inches of whipped cream.
Oh, baby. Oh, that's what I was going to ask. If like there's whipped cream on top, or it's in the middle.
It's in the middle. It makes it incredibly difficult to eat clean. I've come up with a technique where I take the top part of the shell out and I kind of shovel, scoop whipped cream, and then
like that.
Once you get to, then you have a bottom layer and it's just got a little bit of whipped cream, and you can eat that more like a gentleman without getting it all over yourself.
That sounds very nice.
Yeah.
I had 2 donuts at work yesterday. Country Donuts. Have you ever seen that place? It's out in the suburbs somewhere.
Okay.
I've seen the box. I've been in the same room as the box before, never had them, but last night working at the bar, some guy brought them in, and it was a key lime pie donut. So it was like donut, green, sprinkles, and then the inside was the key lime. It was pretty good. I mean, I'm not like huge on key lime.
I like, key lime's okay.
Yeah.
I don't really care for citrus stuff, but for some reason I can handle.
I forgot about that.
I can do key lime. And
that
so, like,
weird.
Yeah, it is. Because it's like super tart.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? It's like
gelatinous.
I think it's more of the visual of the fruit
It's gotta be.
that I don't like.
Because you probably like Jello. That's just
I
now
I
that
can
I'm
I can
thinking
drink
about
like
it.
I can drink Sunny D.
Yeah.
But I know Sunny D's fake. Is
7
all
Up cake.
hell.
7 Up cake.
7-Up cake.
Citrus. Oh my god.
So as long as I don't like see the actual fruit, like I'm like okay. So like, we went to a restaurant. You know, sometimes they have like the desserts on a tray and they show it to you, and they had the key lime, and I'm like key lime, and then like a pie or cheesecake, but then it like the garnish was the fruit, like a slice of lime, and I'm like I'm gonna get the chocolate cake because I know I will not get any weird fruity garnish with a piece of chocolate cake.
We were eating at the restaurant on Friday before the show, and I was like, so we should just go get a French silk pie probably right now. and Max was like, where's their Baker Square? Because that's what I said, specifically Baker Square. And then, you know, we've named like the 3 or 4 right around here, and then all of us are like, we're not playing for another 2 hours.
Right. There was a day, because I haven't been keto, like I probably...
Whole life, this is new.
I got sick right before Amelia's birthday. And so I kind of just got off the intermittent, got off the keto for that time. And then like, I was kind of doing it here and there, but not the way I was. And there was a day where I think Melissa was gone. It was like maybe a week ago. And I literally had 3 slices of pie for dinner.
And show me a slice. All right, how much are the slices?
But no, I went to Baker Square and got 3 slices of pie.
And what are their slices?
Like,
show the people at home.
Like maybe.
So it's like.
Kind of.
Like
they cut it in 6
of a pie.
I think they cut it into 6s. Like they just have one of those things
that would be half a pie.
That would be half a pie. Yes. So I essentially ate half a pie for.
That sounds good. Dinner. I would do it.
And we've done that. Like, Melissa's been like, "Oh, I want ice cream," and I'm like, "Well, I really don't want to cook today, so we can have ice cream, but that's going to be our dinner." And she's like, "I'm fine with that." And so there's a Dairy Queen not very far from here, so we would go to Dairy Queen, and I'd get like a blizzard that's like this big, and she has an ice cream cone. And she's just having that, and I'm having this giant blizzard. But still, so when we last met, I was at 3:15. I weighed myself quickly today. I didn't have time to record it, but I was still at 3:15, so I was very surprised. Yeah. But I've been walking for like roughly 2 hours almost every day.
Your face looks thinner still, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just like walking. Speeding up the metabolism.
Keeping you even.
Yeah. So, starting tonight.
Back on it.
Yeah. Especially because I watched that.
Yeah, what's
the dude's name? Or is it Dom? I don't think
I feel like it was Dom.
I want to think it's Dom because D'Agostino is so Italian. Right. They're like, Dom, of course it's Dom.
I think it was Dom DeLuise, actually.
But I watched like half of it, and then I listened to the rest of it in the car. Him with Joe Rogan, and it's like figuring out all these like tricks that I can do now because like I know more about how to do it right, and the fact that like the 2 supplements he recommends are the ones that I use.
Yeah, Ketogenics
and Ketos. Which is the other one I bought because it was cheaper at the time,
right.
And I wasn't really sure he was I knew he was associated with ketogenics because I had read up with something about Joe Rogan, and he talked about how this D'Agostino guy, Dr. D'Agostino, that's so weird, but D'Agostino. He was associated with the ketogenics supplement, and then the fact that he also recommends this, and he uses them interchangeably or together. I was kind of confused. I wanted listen
It seemed
to
like
it again.
he had switched or something. I don't know.
It almost sounded like he's like, I drink them together. I put them together and I drink it, but I don't know.
He was really smart. You could tell that.
Yeah, he was. I didn't realize. They were doing like research about people with epileptic seizures and things like that. And then you could put a dog on ketogenic diet.
Wait, so the premise was basically that people were with severe epilepsy, messed up style.
Right.
If you put them on the keto, it remedied or drastically improved their lives.
Because their brain, instead of using running on glucose, it was running on ketones, and so, for whatever reason that helps, like the misfires or whatever happens when you have epilepsy. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And he was talking about cancer. It helps. He's seen it help people, like, not necessarily beat cancer, but it helps. They don't have as many symptoms and things like that. And because some people can't do chemo and things like that. And so it was like, chemo can...
Seems like, it's probably like for 85% of most things, keto would be better than...
Right, and Joe Rogan the whole time was like, why aren't we all on this diet? Like, it has so many benefits, why aren't we all doing it kind of thing? But, yeah.
Well, yeah, and they were relating it to the fasting, right, and evolution. And
he was bringing it around for that fasting should be an integral part of everybody's...
Because that's how it used to be. Yeah. In order to run properly. Right.
That there must have been an evolutionary advantage to, if you're starving, to be the most lucid person. So those bodies figured out how to run more efficiently on ketones than on glucose. And that's how we naturally evolved.
They would have gotten less of... Wait, is it what they're taking into that matters? Because, like, wouldn't we taken so much more sugar, like, for instance, right?
Well,
so
I don't think... I think it's like... Because the way he explained it is like, you can go into ketosis simply by fasting.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Yeah, that is what he said.
You don't necessarily have to eat a certain way.
And there were the different levels, too. Like you say, you could be in ketosis that resembles this, or you could be in ketosis that resembles, like, 10 days of fasting.
Right.
And that was, like, crazy.
Yeah. So, and that's what he was saying, too. Like, you could eat a bowl of pasta and drink that ketogenics or ketos.
And it got him back.
And it'll look like you've been fasting for 3 days or something like that.
As opposed to his normal insane amount. That's what it was. But that's probably an extreme example.
True. I mean, he's probably testing his blood every hour on the hour.
That guy was crazy.
Yeah, he was...
Tater was like, I feel like this guy's like Iron Man. Like, he's like super buff fucking scientist, like, that knew everything. It's like, well, I just inject myself.
He's probably like 60 years old. He looks like he's 20, and he's like probably like 60 years old.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It was pretty intense.
I knew while watching what I did, which was like the first half probably, and then I was doing other stuff, that I would have to watch it again.
Yeah.
So I even wasn't trying to, because I was like, you're gonna watch this like 6 more times. Like, I just know myself, you know.
I kind of want to watch it with a notebook and write down.
Rogan
everything.
was even writing down notes. I was like, I don't know if I've seen that before.
So I'm like, okay, I should listen to it again and do that. But yeah.
Oh, and the one thing that stuck out to me the most was so then if your brain is using the ketones instead of the glucose, right? However it switches your metabolic whatever, it burns fat instead of burning the muscle, which if it was the other way around, it could still just burn everything, right? And that's why it's superior.
But biscuits are good too, so.
We just had some biscuits. We have Popeyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I tried showing some Popeyes chicken, Little Nicky. I showed somebody Waterboy the other day. Just filling everybody in on. And apparently, if you don't see Waterboy in 1997, It's not a good movie if you see it now, like for the first time. I don't know what that's all about, but
Maybe that is the mystique of Adam Sandler. It's like you have to be,
you had to have been there.
8 or between 8 and 18.
You had to have been there
to really appreciate his movies.
Just like Woodstock, Adam Sandler, you had to be there for it. You had to be 8 years old in 1995 or whatever.
Just like Pauly Shore movies. I can't watch a Pauly Shore movie anymore.
I don't know if I ever have watched the Pauly Shore
Really?
movie.
You've never watched Encino Man?
Like, that would have been the one I've seen.
Biodome?
Or no, Biodome would have been the one I've seen. I've seen parts of both of them on TBS, because they're on TBS for like 10 years.
Right. What
but
about...
No, I've never watched the whole
Did you ever watch Son-in-Law? Where the daughter is like from a farm town, and she goes off to college in California, and when she comes back home for the summer or something like that, Pauly Shore is her like boyfriend or something, and the dad is like, oh, what movies is he in? He kind of reminds me of Tommy Lee Jones, but he's not Tommy Lee Jones. He's in a lot of he's in Mighty Ducks. He's the Hawks coach. He's the coach of the Hawks. So he's got like a southern accent, kind of. He's an older man.
I can't even remember what that guy, who the coach of that was. Jeez.
But yeah, and so he the whole thing is like that they can't get along.
I was thinking Hawks were in the third and not in the first. I got it now.
Okay, yeah.
That guy was in other movies? Well, like, he really sticks out, though, now that I've got him, no?
Right, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in it. I think that's the dad.
If not, there's a guy that looks like him.
And it makes sense because Son-in-Law was a Disney movie, so was Encino Man, which blew my mind. There was 3 Pauly Shore movies made by Disney. That just blew my mind.
You had to have been there, man.
I know, right?
I wasn't there for it. I missed it.
But yeah, you can't watch those movies anymore. They're just so dated, especially with his character. The weasel character that he had was like.
Well, like.
he was also in friggin' the Goofy movie. He was like.
I never saw.
Oh my god!
But I remember, like, yeah. Now that you bring that up, Jesus.
Leaning Tower of Jesus.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, that preview was on some movie I watched over and over again. Leaning Tower of Jesus.
Yep, and that was him.
Jesus. I didn't see all of that one. Why would...
I didn't see all of it either. I was listening to it.
What was his reason for going down the tubes?
He said that third Disney movie was a bad movie.
He made 3 Goofy movies?
No, he made 3 Disney movies.
Okay.
So Encino Man was, right? Son-in-Law was the second one. And then something else that I had never even seen. I never even heard of. And so I forgot the name. And he said he really wanted to do a different movie from a different company. But he had a 3-movie deal with Disney. And so the production, whoever was in charge at Disney, bought that other script and shelved it so that Pauly Shore couldn't do that. And that other movie was so bad that third Disney movie was so bad that, and then he had another like flop after it.
When was Biodome in relation to
I guess Biodome had to have been between, or I feel like Biodome was after Encino Man. I feel like Encino Man was first, right? So that wouldn't make any sense if I don't know.
But that was his only reason? That he made 2 good movies and the third one was shitty and that's why he hasn't made movies
Well,
since?
he made a really bad one with Disney, and then the movie that immediately followed that Disney movie was also bad. And so he blames that.
It seems pretty sound. He's like, well, I made this
he also said like he
movie.
thinks the shtick was also like it had run its course. Like by then it's what, the mid 90s, mid to late 90s, and he wasn't on MTV anymore. He wasn't, and people were. It was like Carrot Top. People were just sick of the shtick. Huh?
He was like an MTV
He was like
dude?
one of the in the 90s. He was like
An interviewer or something.
like one of those VJs. Like, but he was like the
Pauly Shore, he was-
VJ.
Right.
I always thought it was. I thought I saw like an True Hollywood Story like a long time ago when they were still doing those things, and it was about the Comedy Store and how like none of the comics really liked Pauly Shore because they just thought he got success because his mom owned the Comedy Store. Mm-hmm. You know, I was like, well, the only reason why he's famous is because his mom owns the Comedy Store and has connections, and he's not really funny. And I've never ever watched a Pauly Shore stand up, so I wouldn't know if he is funny or not.
Me neither.
So, but it's also like you're on Joe Rogan, and you know Rogan was working at the Comedy Store when Pauly Shore was, but he must have been huge by then, right? Because Joe Rogan was probably at the Comedy Store in the early '90s, right? So
Yeah,
Pauly Shore was probably
probably,
big by then.
Yeah, so Rogan probably came in there and Pauly Shore was big man.
And now it's the other way
Now
around.
here we are. I feel like I've heard multiple people just be like amazed at the amount of people watching Rogan, basically proclaiming him the biggest interviewer around.
That's true.
Fear Factor, baby.
I don't think I watched anything he was ever on
I watched
until
Fear
this.
Factor.
I probably watched like the first few episodes. I'm pretty sure I know I watched it when it first came out.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I didn't watch it for years and years. No one did. It's like one of those things you watch like.
I think
4
there were
times.
people that watched it. That was their American Idol.
That was their Survivor.
Yeah, that was I'm pretty sure there were people who were like, "Did you see what
That was
they
really,
did you see what they made them eat on Fear Factor?"
That was when having regular people on TV was still a novelty.
Right. Was that pre or post Osbourne's? Sasso.
It was a pre or post Osbourne's. That's a good question.
The world will never know.
I'm not prepared to give an answer on that one yet. It's a little too loaded for me.
Yeah. But
I'm not that controversial to try to
you
nail down which one came first.
are not controversial.
Middle of the road.
That's nice to know. So we might try to live stream us doing yard work this week. Our back to school event. Clearing.
Set up the camera.
Apparently, your backyard looks like Jumanji.
Jumanji. We're gonna find a shoemaker back there. That's what we did, right? Yeah.
And
The Alan Parsons
Yeah.
factory or whatever.
the Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
And then David Allen Greer. We'll find David Allen Greer back there. In the vines.
Yeah, we might do that.
We might.
And then, we could film the whole thing and then we could speed it up and it'll look real funny. Like a time lapse.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
And it'll be hilarious. Did we get it? I did. I got a turkey leg at the Renaissance Fair, which is keto,
Did you?
isn't it? Didn't I? Yeah.
Not with us.
Yeah, because I went twice already.
Yeah.
I went twice already. But you didn't get it.
You got a sausage on a stick.
Literally. Yeah.
A foot long.
Pretty accurate, right? Oh, a foot. I think it was longer than a foot.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was pretty. Yeah. It was.
It was a lot. It was salty. It was on a stick. It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where you could eat like that much, but you could not eat the whole thing because it was too salty.
And then I put some ketchup on it, and you're like, "Damn it! I should have thought of that."
Yeah. Yeah. Ketchup or syrup. Something to cut the salt.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything.
What else did you get?
I got something citrus. It was a lemon bottom and a lemon top, a big ass lemon. It was cut, and there was ice, Italian ice, in the middle.
Are you sure it was Italian?
Italian is.
And what else?
You got a chocolate ice cream cone.
That's true. I did. Oh, and we also got root beer floats.
Root beer float was good.
Yeah. And we watched the Mud Show.
Mud Show. Yeah, go to the thing. If you've never been to the thing, go to the thing, see the mud.
Go to the Renaissance Fair. Get a good seat for the Mud Show.
Get there early.
Like 3 hours early.
Get there 3 hours early, so you're gonna be there before one show, sit through that show, but be there for the next show. They're like every 2 hours, so get there 3 hours early.
So there's a group called the Kids from Wisconsin.
No.
And we have to watch them every year at the Wisconsin State Fair. And they basically, it's like high schoolers, and they put like on a show. I don't know how to describe it. But like they have a bunch of kids who sing and like do choreography, and then they have like a band. And so we got there. I think we went and looked at all the animals, and like had like a pork chop sandwich or something. And then I'm like, "What time does the kids show start?" And my dad said like 1:30. And I'm like, "Well, what time do you want to get there?" And he's like, "Oh, maybe like 12." And it was already 12-ish. He's like, maybe like 12:30. That's what he said. But it was already like 12:10 or something. I'm like, well, we were near the stage, so I was like, we might as well just sit down, right? I kid you not. So there was already like a show starting, like that wasn't like a different group, and probably by 12:35, that area that's like kind of like the Mud Show, where it's just like a bunch of benches, around, and like an amphitheater type of thing, was almost completely full. By 12:30, it was completely full, and the show hasn't even started yet. For this Kids of Wisconsin thing, it's like there's so.
You felt vindicated.
Yeah, I was like, okay, at least but it's crazy to think. I thought, 1:30, we'll get there at 1. And we'll get a good spot. Like, if you didn't get there by 12:45, you didn't get a chair. You didn't get a seat.
And your dad looked at you and went, should have got the mountain bike. He was right. He was right. I don't know if I would want to get there that early for the Kids from Wisconsin, alright? I've never seen them.
I think you have. If you went to the State Fair with us, you've seen them. And I'm pretty sure you've gone to the State Fair with us.
Never would.
Because I think the one time we went to the State Fair where we had to park at the Milwaukee baseball stadium and take a trolley over, that was with you. Stop lying to yourself. Just admit it.
Lying to you. I know the truth.
No, I know the truth.
I know the truth. I know the truth.
I got a memory like an ant.
Which one?
But yeah.
Aunt Betty?
Yeah. Yep. Aunt Betty. Totally forgot about her.
I used to make an old woman count all the times I spun around in a circle. I used to spin a lot. And she used to count. Good times. What you drinking there? Some mead? Some Sunday afternoon mead?
Yeah, no, it's iced tea.
There's no ice.
Just no ice. Yeah.
Oh, iced.
Iced.
Iced tea.
Yeah. Iced. Iced.
Next time I get iced tea, I'll be like, no, iced. Iced tea when they give me a glass with ice. Iced. Pour it out. Sans ice. Sun's ice? Did I say that right?
What?
I'm rocking it.
I don't know if people are going to really enjoy it, us being back. I think they're going to be like, we preferred you guys.
Gone.
Yeah. Should have kept
I realize that.
that summer hiatus. Should have turned into a fall hiatus.
I hate us. I don't think it's good. I don't think I'll do better than that. How long was that? We gotta warm up, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
We're
We've been gone for so long.
not with it. It's not. At least you're 315 still.
Yeah.
Unless it's a dirty lie. Unless you're just lying for the sake of the podcast.
No, I was actually very surprised. I was almost positive that it would be high.
What if we employ that guy to come by here like every hour and take your poke you with shit?
Sure.
Probably get you like we could be in Disney World by like next month if we get that guy to shoot you full of shit.
Shoot me full of shit. Yeah, we're missing out. So many things are closing right now. That we really dropped the ball on going to Disney World. Should have just got liposuction or something, and then
I think we should do keto plus steroids. Dianabol. Testosterone.
now you're just saying stuff.
Juice. I think HGH. Human gay hamster.
Because the Double Dragon or Dragon Challenge or whatever coaster at Universal is closing in September.
Dueling dragons.
Well, it's called Dragon Challenge now.
Dueling dragons.
Idiot. The Great Movie Ride's closing, I think, this weekend. Ellen's Energy Adventures closing this weekend.
Oh no.
For Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster.
Ellen.
Yeah.
No.
It had Bill Nye in it too.
Oh no.
It was like one of the most boring rides at Disney.
Sounds like it. It really does.
People said it's like, if you need to take a nap for 45 minutes and get out of the sun, that was the ride to...
Ooh.
because you could just sit in the car and just fall asleep.
Bill, nighttime. Nighty night, baby.
But we'll get there.
I don't know.
Maybe not this. Next summer, we'll probably get there.
Oh, to Disney World. I thought you meant to a decent podcast.
Oh, well, that'll never
I
happen.
don't think so.
First, we had to deal with all the technical difficulties, and now we just deal with the fact that we're not very interesting.
We had the juice before, but not the capability. Well, who knows? We could have messed up this too. We don't know yet.
That's true. We never know until it's over.
Until the end.
And then we hear like a little beep, and then we kind of have this.
Look at each other.
No.
We're like, yeah, that's good. That's the end. Let's put a little hook on the end there.
Did we say what the next goal is? Is it 300?
It is 300. I feel like we had to have made it. You should. So 15 pounds. It is August 13th. And we started this March 19th. Alright, so we're almost 5 months in. What's that, like 6 pounds?
What are you talking about?
6 pounds a month? Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere around there. So 15 more pounds, 2.5 more months. So by November 1st, can you hit 300?
By November 1st. Let's see.
I think a time thing would be good. And then if you just smash the shit out of the time constraint, then we can move it up.
Right.
They ate keto cookies.
They ate keto cookies.
On that one,
Yeah.
like crazy. Like they spent a whole.
He was talking about how he ate like 3 crates or something. It's like I was in my hotel room eating like 3 crates of keto cookies. They came out with a new flavor.
Peanut butter. I do want to try that.
Because they did like a survey and you could win keto cookies. So I did it, and it was like, what flavor would you want? And I put peanut butter, and so I got an email saying the special flavor you wanted has arrived.
Wow.
And it said it's like,
What were the other
interesting.
flavor options?
You actually typed it in, so it's kind of weird.
What?
Yeah, but they were like, there was an overwhelming demand for peanut butter, which is I'm like, that just makes sense. Like
What's the next one?
right? You have chocolate chip, snickerdoodle,
oatmeal maybe or something.
Oh yeah, you could do oatmeal. No, you can't do oatmeal because oatmeal wouldn't be keto.
I'm sure they could figure out something similar.
Like oatmeal extract.
Like put cinnamon and vanilla and whatever all the flavors are. And...
But that's pretty much snickerdoodle.
Okay. Fuck it, Hans. Alright, no fucking oatmeal cookies, keto. Jesus Christ.
I bet you a lot of people put oatmeal, not realizing that.
Well, because it's the next one, man. Peanut butter, oatmeal, chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Fucking chocolate something. They got the double chocolate.
Right.
They need a
Which
brownie.
he was calling. It was driving me nuts. What he
Why
was
was he
calling like chocolate fudge or something.
Oh, and it's just
It's just called double chocolate. Like, get it right. This annoys me.
peanut butters. I like peanut butter. Oh yeah, he was talking about keto ice cream they have too. Yeah, he was.
He said he knew a guy that made.
Oh
Like a
yeah,
chef,
there's a
like a
recipe.
keto
right?
chef.
Yeah, that's what it was.
There's like Halo Top. I don't know if you ever heard of that brand, Halo Top ice
I
cream.
don't know.
And it's like,
I don't
it's
know.
not really keto, but people who are on keto diets eat it for whatever reason. It's closer to paleo than it is, but it has like high protein, and they still use like sugar, but it's like organic.
It's probably the best option available or something.
But because it has actual sugar in it, it's like you can't. It's not keto. It might be paleo because paleo does allow for like organic sweeteners and things like that. But I think people see like it has erythritol in it and like, oh, it must be keto because it has erythritol in it.
What's that?
It's like that sugar substitute that is supposed to be keto friendly.
Erythritol?
Yeah. If you buy like a Monster that's zero everything, that's the sweetener that they use is erythritol. Oof. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Like when I made the keto cookie with the cream cheese, the cheesecake kind of stuff. That's the sweetener I use to sweeten the cream cheese. So it's supposed to be keto friendly. But then I read something where like all artificial sweeteners are bad for you regardless, so
I kind of always thought that, but then like it seems like every year they're like, not this one.
Yeah.
This one's nope, and because initially, what was the first one? Like back in the days, like it wasn't aspartame. It was like
whatever Sweet and Low is. So it's like
sucrose or
sucralose or something like that.
Yeah, and then it was like they just kept nope, that one's not good. That one now it's stevia is like the one that people seem to use like crazy, but that must not be keto, I guess.
No, you can stevia is keto.
It is.
'Cause it's made from a leaf. Like you can buy stevia plants.
So did they finally get to the one that is that finally the end? Like, well, also it's not artificial, is your point?
Yeah.
Either way.
Well,
yeah.
they have like other you can get monk fruit. Sugar.
What was the shit in Tab?
I think it's aspartame.
Okay.
I honestly feel like Coke Zero is Tab.
Really? No. Doesn't have that peppermint. Tab has that like really strange pepperminty or whatever that.
Really?
Yeah, it's not just cola, It's got like a really strong something.
I guess I don't remember what Tab tastes like.
Yeah. You don't. Because don't taste like Diet Coke.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. But Coke Zero doesn't really taste like
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
What's that, Sunday afternoon mead?
Somebody did a chemical breakdown of the difference between Coke and Pepsi. And that Coke has more like vanilla notes and things like that. And then Pepsi is more of a citrus notes. And then when you read the labels, it's like Pepsi has citric acid in it, but Coke doesn't. Coke has something else in it that's, I guess, more vanilla.
Huh. Which do you prefer, Coke or Pepsi?
I think I like Pepsi.
Yeah, I feel like I would have to.
But I like Coke, like the diet products, I would prefer Coke. Actually, I don't like Diet Coke at all. I like Coke Zero. And Pepsi Max is okay.
Coke Zero.
I actually got into an argument with a teacher a few years back because she was like, Coke Zero and Diet Coke are the exact same thing. It's just Coke Zero is marketed to men, right? Because it doesn't have the word diet, right? And diet is feminine or whatever. I don't know. And I'm like, no, they're legitimately two different things. If you blindfolded me and you gave me Diet Coke and you gave me Coke Zero, I could tell you which one was which. She's like, no, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. I'm like, yes, I could. They're not the same. And then I looked at the way that the ingredients are made up, and they're not the same. Like, Diet Coke is aspartame, like straight aspartame. And Coke Zero is like some other kind of sweetener and a little bit of aspartame. So it's like they're obviously going to be different. They're going to taste different. It's like just because your palate...
Did you do it?
No, because she knew she was wrong.
You should have bought both of them. Said, spin them in front of me, broad. Let me show you something. And then when you got to the Coke Zero, you just chug it and throw it in her face.
But yeah, it was like, I thought that was funny. No, it's just an advertising ploy. They're the exact same thing. I'm like, no, they're not. And then there was another girl there, and all she drinks is Diet Coke. And so she's like, no, he's right. They taste totally different. And she's like, she'll only drink Diet Coke from McDonald's. Because she's like, it tastes different than in the can or
because they use more syrup, probably.
I think they're yeah. And I saw something like on, I forgot what I saw it on, but McDonald's legitimately has their own version of the syrup, and they do a different
ratio,
water to syrup ratio. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that's why, because people say the Coke at McDonald's tastes better than like out of a bottle or whatever too.
It does taste different. Oh, so the regular Coke is different too?
I guess so, yeah. And then you have the Mexican Coke, which everybody I think is made with real sugar. Yeah. But Coke also makes Coke Life. That one I liked. I like that one.
Never read that.
It's like half stevia, half cane sugar or something like that. I bought a case of it just to try it, and it was pretty decent. It's like,
I feel like Pepsi is sweeter. Like if I were to have both a Pepsi and a Coke right after one another, yeah, Pepsi's sweeter. Coke gives me more of that carbonated, like.
Right.
I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
It's different though.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
So I don't know which one I like better.
I just find it odd when people are like, no, I can't drink Pepsi. Or I don't drink Coke. Like when you go to a restaurant,
yeah, exactly,
and you go, "Can I get a Coke?" and they're like, "Is Pepsi okay?"
You Pepsi? No.
Yeah, like I know
it's a
people
brown
though.
fucking soda. Drink the fucking thing.
I know people who are like that. Though. It's crazy.
It's nonsense.
It's like they don't taste that much different.
You want some sugar water? So all it is
with caramel color.
Yeah, which sugar water do you want? You want the orange or the brown or the clear?
Or the Dr. Pepper.
No, yeah. What are their
That's
what are
an
their
agnostic drink,
counterparts?
just FYI.
It's in the middle.
Because it's not Coke and it's not root beer. You don't really know what the hell it is.
It's not Coke and it's not Pepsi. It's Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's good.
Yeah.
I like me some Dr. Pepper.
I like Diet Dr. Pepper because it tastes like regular Dr. Pepper.
Aren't they all supposed aren't all the diets supposed to taste like they're?
But Diet Coke doesn't taste.
Yeah, I know they don't. But like that was always the claim. Was like it's diet, but
right.
It still is good.
Yeah.
So what are their citrus counterparts? What's Pepsi's citrus? Sprite? Or
Pepsi is Serum Mist.
What? Alright, so we're 7-Up and Sprite. 7-Up is Dr. Pepper?
7-Up, I think, is its own thing.
But they're like combined.
They always... Dr. Pepper and 7-Up
Pepper.
are always kind of together.
Okay.
And then Sprite is Coke.
Oh, Sprite is Coke.
Yeah.
So Sprite... Man, I was a Sierra Mist man for a long time.
I think Mountain Dew is Pepsi, and Mellow Yellow is Coke.
I was a Sierra Mist dude. That came out when we were young.
Well, it was called something else when we were younger, and then they did the big switch on us and called it Sierra Mist, and then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that's." It was called something else. I don't remember what it was called, but
You're saying we forgot a whole pop name?
because it switched to Sierra Mist. They just changed the name.
Like what though? I mean, pops
because nobody was buying Pepsi lemon lime soda. Everybody was buying Sprite. Slice. That's what it was.
Slice had a really weird taste though.
And they called all their citrus like.
You used to have Slice. 77. What was that shit?
Yeah.
Top ups. Up 70. No.
I know what you're talking. Knee high. Do you remember knee high?
Yeah, I remember knee high, but fuck. What the hell is?
I don't know. But Pepsi used to call all their, like, even their orange soda was Slice. Kind of like how they have Fanta now.
Right.
And then Fanta's like 40 million different.
Spritz. Wasn't there? Didn't you have something that like Sprite, but it was like. It was so similar. It was.
I mean, there could have been one that was like off-brand too. You gotta throw those into.
Yeah.
Because we weren't always buying name brand soda.
My mom never bought. That's why I like Pepsi Coke. I'm like, I don't know, because I didn't get Pepsi Coke.
You got RC.
Ooh, RC was good.
RC is the best because it had the most sugar content.
Really?
Yeah.
And then they had like RC Max or something. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Kind of like Jolt.
Right. There's another yellow one. I feel like it's not Slice and it's not Sprite, but it's with an S, I feel like. And then that number one is sticking out to me too, which I can't fucking get right either. Mm-hmm. See, Mellow Yellow. Because you had Mellow Yellow and Slice a lot, or you had Slice, I feel like, a good amount in your fridge when we were little. Like, I always remember you had RC would be in your fridge, like, little.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there was, like, Mellow Yellow or Slice. Some off-putting yellow one. It wasn't Sprite or Sierra Mist. Diet Right.
Diet Right, yeah.
My mom always had Diet Right.
Which is just Diet RC.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And then they came out with the Code Reds and the Baja Blasts.
What's the like grapefruit one that came in like a green?
Fresca. My mom loved that too. Tab, Fresca, Diet Right. Those were like.
And Tab and Fresca are like Coke, under the Coke label, I think. This is riveting, guys. This is.
You should just call it after that.
Watch Hodgie and the Boneman list soda names from the past 20 years for 3 hours.
Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, isn't
Dr.
Mr.
Pepper's brother.
He didn't get it. Get through med school.
Brother-in-law. Did not go to med school.
But is Mr. Pibb Coke?
I don't know.
Why are we still talking about this?
You started doing it. My Mr. Pibb was a joke. You got right back on it. Oh, man.
The point is they're bad, okay?
Don't drink sugar water. Don't drink any of it. Don't do
especially if you live in Chicago.
the Pepsi challenge.
Especially if you live in Chicago.
If you live in Chicago now, they're taxing, what is it, 10 cents an ounce or 1 cent an ounce
like
for sugary beverages. So 24 ounces, I don't know how many cents that would be. 1 times 24, I can't do the math, but it's a lot.
Yep. I think the tax on on a case of soda is the same as the actual soda.
Yeah, it's like on a $6-7 thing of soda, it's like $4, right? Yeah. Pop. I don't say soda.
Why?
Sody. I said I don't.
Why?
There's no reason why. I just don't. You don't even say soda unless you're like thinking about it.
I guess.
Soda water.
I guess.
Can I have a soda?
But isn't that what, isn't that the true
No.
word for it?
Pop.
But isn't it soda pop?
Bubble water.
Isn't it
A soda pop.
like soda fountain?
A sody pop.
Right?
A sody water.
So I just assume that that's the actual term, since it's like if you go to a fountain, it's not called a pop fountain; it's called a soda.
Do you think
fountain.
Yoda drinks soda?
Yoda?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Because they had soda back then. Because it's a long, long time ago, but it's in a different galaxy, so. That happens to be far, far away.
Why did it have to be so long ago?
I don't know. We're going to have to wait a few more months to find out.
Why? What's coming out now?
The episode 8? Episode 8's coming out in December. Apparently they're going to do some kind of like killing off Princess Leia since Carrie Fisher died.
Did she die?
In real life, yeah.
When did she die?
At the beginning of this year.
I forget.
And then her mom died like 3 days later.
Damn.
Yeah. And then Prince died 2 days later.
That was this year. Damn. Shit's dragging.
No, I think Prince was last year, wasn't he?
I feel like it was
I feel like
this year.
everybody died last year, and then people were that's why people were saying like 2016 was the worst year ever because so many people
okay,
died, like
maybe.
David Bowie or was that this year? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like people were like, already?
George Michael.
Fuck here.
Yeah, George Michael died already. I was watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and they do the thing like everybody who died that year, like in memoriam or whatever, and you have all these just like random people that were like Harvey Finkelstein, who was like an A&R guy for Atlantic Records 40 years ago, and you just hear like two claps, and then like
Finkelstein.
it's Finkelstein, and then Prince is the next one, and then another Harvey Finkelstein,
Morty Solberg.
and then it's George Michael. It's just like this was the worst year to die if you were in music because you had so many people. Journey got inducted.
Who else? What's his face?
Tupac.
There? Steve Perry.
He was there. He accepted the award, but he didn't sing with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just had the Filipinos sing.
Yeah. Which I always thought was weird because I always thought, why doesn't he do it? Like, I thought it was because he physically couldn't do it. And then I
He's
remember,
just mad, right?
I think it was, no, I think something happened where he got hurt and couldn't go on the tour.
And they fucking ditched his ass?
And then he just didn't want to do it anymore, I
Oh.
guess. And so they were like, well, screw this, we're going to go on without you.
And
And so I was always really confused because I remember Don't Stop Believing was like the White Sox, their like song during when they won the World Series that year.
Is that why that song, we've heard that more than maybe the rest of the fucking country?
Right. And when they did the
But where are they
parade,
from?
they're not from Chicago.
No, I know, but where?
I don't know. I don't really care that much about Journey to know where they're from.
So bitch, you're talking about my fucking mouth.
But anyway,
Don't care about what I was talking about.
when they won the
They
World
played
Series.
Philadelphia, probably.
He was there and he sang "Don't Stop Believin'" to like a backtrack, which I thought was so. I'm like, I thought you couldn't sing.
He can sing.
He just chooses not to. I honestly
It's like
don't.
Stevie Wonder. He can see.
He just chooses not to. God, I feel bad for him because he's walking out of the house looking like a hot mess every day.
Who's letting him do that?
People, and they've been letting him do that for like 60 years.
He always looks the same. He has on a suit and he has his...
He doesn't have a suit on. He's got one of those like African Shaka Zulu shirts.
Daishiki.
Yeah. Like he hasn't worn a suit since 1962 when he was like 12.
Every time I see him, he's in a baggy suit coat.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're right.
White shirt, black baggy suit coat, sitting in front of a piano.
Now that you mention, I do. Yes, that is.
It's like his
but
uniform.
That's messed up.
And then his
too.
hair is not even something you can mess around with because it's all tightly braided and stuff. Like it's not even like.
He doesn't have
which is
hair
the perfect
anymore.
thing for a blind dude, not black dude.
He barely has hair. You can tell he's like bald in so many places, and they've like weaved it so much and like pulled it so back so that so that you can't tell that he's bald. But we all know he's bald. It's okay. It's okay, Stevie. You can.
Stevie, it's okay, man. Looks are only skin deep. I know you're hung up on that sort of thing. You'll be okay.
But yeah, like those suits, like who's letting him out in these like giant baggy suits? Who
dresses him? Like Steve Harvey.
So when Kelly moved out to Michigan, me and my dad went to like visit her, and he wanted to turn it into like a mini vacation, so we went to Motown Records. It's like a museum now, and you get to like be in the studio where they recorded, because it was the garage, because it's just a house, and so they converted the garage into the studio that the good musicians recorded in. Like they had 2 studios, I guess. So like the one studios were like the Supremes would record and the Temptations, and then you had like a second recording room where you had like people
the rhythm section and stuff.
No, not even that. Like just the B artists, you know,
like Miles Davis.
Sure. Yeah, Miles would go into the other room because everybody was sat in one room and they just had like a bunch of mics.
Oh, right.
Because it was, you know, they only had 4 tracks back then. And you're walking through the hallway, which is just basically somebody's house that they converted into offices. And there's a candy machine from the 60s there. And the guy's telling us a story about how a certain one always had to be stocked with a Baby Ruth. Like E3 always had to have Baby Ruths because Stevie Wonder liked Baby Ruths. And so he could easily find it. Cause he's right, wow, yeah. And that the other musicians would play jokes on him and put shit in there that he didn't like. So when he went to go buy a Baby Ruth, he'd get like Junior's Mints or something. I don't know.
That's fucked up,
right? And I just thought it was the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. Like he's blind. Like let him have his Baby Ruth. Let the blind man have his Baby Ruth. The
blind man has worked out a system to get his thing, in the perfect spot in this vending machine.
So you know that this dude is probably going every day to get a Baby Ruth and going, please let this be a Baby Ruth.
Yeah, because Stevie Wonder's only got that $1.25 to spare.
Back in the 60s, probably. But like, or he's like talking. He's like, was Tremaine in? Was he here today? Because he knows Tremaine's fucking with him or something like that. It's like, who's in the studio today? It's just Bob. All right, I can trust Bob. I'll go get my Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth. That's a candy bar I've not had enough in my life.
I was obsessed with them for a good 3 weeks. One summer.
Yeah, right. They used to happen when I was a little kid too. I got obsessed with midnight Milky Ways.
I'm still obsessed with those. They're really hard to find.
They're hard to find, and I saw one like a few months ago. I still haven't had one in years, and I was like, because those came out when we were probably like 10.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate Milky Way. Is there anything else different about
It's
them?
like the nougat is like...
It's different.
Yeah.
It's like a
vanilla...
marshmallow-y...
Yeah, it's more...
Yeah. Fluffy or something.
I don't know. It might still have caramel, but I feel like the nougat is a little bit different than a regular Milky Way.
It definitely is, yeah. That's a goddamn good candy bar.
I love Milky Ways. Everybody hates Milky Ways, but I could eat... because everybody will go, well, everybody knows Snickers are far superior. And it's like, sometimes I don't want those peanuts.
They're different. They are different. I was a Milky Way kid when I was little. And then I went Snickers. And yeah, I do love Snickers. They always have Snickers ice cream bars too, which are money. But yeah, Milky Way, just a regular old, no peanut Milky Way.
Yeah. Baby Ruth is definitely underrated, though. I think people definitely turn a blind eye. They're like, well, I'll just have a Snickers. They're hard to eat, though.
Yeah, they are.
Because of the fact that it's like a Snickers on steroids.
Just peanuts held together with caramel. That's it, right?
Or like a nougat, like a really hard nougat, though. Like a Payday, right?
Or it's like on the bottom, yeah. Or is that a Payday?
Because a Payday doesn't have chocolate around it. It's essentially...
Okay, right. See, I was actually picturing a Payday when I was thinking of the Baby Ruth. The Baby Ruth has chocolate on the outside. Okay, right, and then it's got the ribbon of...
Do you think Babe Ruth was eating a Payday and he was like, I think this needs some chocolate on it? And then that's where we got the name Baby Ruth?
Yes, I believe that's...
If somebody told me that story, I'd probably believe it.
You could tell me that Baby Ruth had a chocolate fondue fountain just running in his 1915 speakeasy, and that he took a Baby Ruth, or wait, what?
Payday.
A Payday. Dipped it in that. You could tell me that, and I would believe it.
It's true. He probably was eating Paydays while he was playing, too. Wasn't he eating hot dogs and crap up to bat? He's just like knocking home runs with one hand. And...
Smoking hot dogs, eating chew.
Man, how that sport has changed. I guess there's still fat guys that play baseball.
Yeah. Those, yeah.
But they're mostly pitchers now.
They're like carnival tricksters, those baseball players. They don't... There's a lot of scratching your balls and standing around.
I got hit in the gut once.
Oof.
It was the only time I played third base. And I was, like I had always played outfield before. And the kid just hit it right at me. And it hit me in the gut and I fell back. But I still had the ball, so he was out.
Oh, wow, you got it?
But then I don't think I played after that. I was just like, oh.
I got a baseball to like the shin one time, and Andrew Bernardi threw it, and Andrew Bernardi was like 3 times the size of any other 8-year-old at the time, and I remember just letting out a blood-curdling scream, like, and he ran into his house, and then came out like, a couple seconds later with like a bag of frozen peas, like sprinting. But I was always scared of the ball. I don't know if it was because of that, but because I remember I went to baseball camp one summer and I sucked. That was terrible, but yeah, I feel like I was always just scared of the ball getting hit. Like I just always expected like something to occur and me getting hit in the face.
For the longest time, like I was just always in center field or left field or whatever. And then for whatever reason, like I guess because we got older, they decided let's move you guys around,
kids around
and positions. And like I hated playing the infield because it's like you actually have to do shit.
Move. You might have to
Like-
might have to move at a brisk clip.
I mean, when you're playing like t-ball and like
That's where all this shit happens.
barely little, right? You're like in the outfield. You're just like maybe once an hour.
I know why you were out there. In T-ball, you're in the outfield. Basketball, you're underneath the hoop. Me and Smith were talking about that the other day. We're like, you could not get fucking Hans to move around, dude. Hans would just be underneath the net. Just fucking... We'd be like trying to play 21 with like 3 people. You need 3 people to take part, 3 people to try to run around. Hans would just be fucking sitting there.
Yeah, I would usually let
under the net. Just
whoever
waiting
had the
for
ball. I would be
rebound.
like the other person to go guard
Other
them.
person guards them. Oh, you stand underneath the fucking net. Oh, that used to make me so mad.
I remember the guys that lived on the block down the street on
Over there
Schubert.
by you.
And like I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, just out of the blue, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna play basketball at the park, you know, by where they lived, because they moved."
Oh,
Like
they're
around
gonna
high
go
school?
over there.
And I was like, okay. And so we went, and they're like, let's do full court. But we're all like, we're all in our 20s, but we're like out of shape in our 20s. And it's like, all right, I'm just going to be what is it, cherry picking?
Yeah, if you're.
I can never, sometimes people say Jerry, like
Oh, no.
with a J. And I'm like, so I'm always
the
confused.
enemy.
But yeah, cherry picking. So I'd just be like standing there like waiting. We did that at school too. Like we had a staff, like a bunch of the staff wanted to play basketball, and we had like like our principal played like Division I basketball.
Do you
in
have
college.
a basketball? I want to play. I've been wanting to play basketball.
There's a basketball
for a
in
couple
my
months.
in my.
Is there a
We can do
suitable
that.
net? The problem is like I've got no net to go to. Like
Oh,
I would gladly go buy a basketball,
Norwood Park has nice.
and they're not all taking
they're
shit
nice.
all the time.
No.
I would love to go.
White
Yeah.
people live around here. They ain't playing basketball that
Yeah.
much. Unless it's like when school was in session, like, yeah. And I go walk by, they use those when school's
Oh,
going.
right.
But now in the summer, I don't see like anybody there. So maybe we could live stream that, us playing basketball.
Like I haven't even shot a basketball in years.
Yeah.
And I was so great at it before.
But it's like, so now I have to like physically play because these people are for real. Like full court. But then again, there was people on staff because we used to play and it was just for fun. And like one of our security guards was like, he's tall as hell. He's like probably 6'5", but he weighs like 600 pounds. This man is massive. He's like Yokozuna.
Damn.
And he would play. And then like another security guard, he's like as fat as me and maybe a little bit shorter than me. So it was a lot of just for fun. Plus there weren't a lot of men teachers at the time. And then all of a sudden we got this huge influx of men teachers, and they're all like super athletic and like played Division I basketball, and we're like, yeah, we played for fun.
It isn't fun anymore.
It actually was more fun, I have to, because it was like more competitive. But there were teachers who like played in leagues, and so like if they were on the teams together, they didn't really pass as much
To other people, that's good.
But
Play nice, teachers.
so, but you know, I was fine with it, and then we ended up playing against the kids for like the end of the school year. That was hilarious. this little freshman kid like grabbed my arm as I rebounded the ball, and I kind of just went like that, and he went flying, and all the kids in the, I mean, this is 400 kids going, whoa, whoa, and then like he came back as I was shooting and like hit me, and the security guard, he called a foul on the kid. And they're like, no, no. You could hear all the kids, no. It was hilarious. It was the greatest thing ever. Needless to say, we won. But
I want to play some basketball.
yeah.
Man.
I think we might have to fill it up, but yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're free. Yeah, dude, come on, we got a week.
Yeah, we got a week of me being free.
Bachelor man.
So, we should be able to.
It'll be just like that show, The Bachelor.
You got a rose bush? Is that what you're trying to say? That we gotta cut down?
So the plan is to play basketball.
Trim down Jumanji.
And trim down Jumanji.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sorry about this one.
We'll get better.
You might just want to chop
gotta
out
get
some
our
of that soda talk.
We gotta get our groove back.
We should chop it up, not mention it, but then at the end, if anyone makes it to the end, be like, yeah, we chopped out a whole bunch of soda talk. You're welcome. Jesus.
Peace.
All the best in the Middle West. That's my new catchphrase.